Hello, everyone. Hello. I hope everyone's having a good Thursday night. Tonight here, I'm gonna take a little drink, and I know there's football going on right now. And thank you for being here with me. I will make this short. We'll just talk about. Excuse me. I'm actually getting over a little allergy attack. I was in Florida last week, and then I'm back this week to Virginia. And guess what? I have the pollen's attack. So been recuperating, but I am back and forth. So thank you for joining me tonight for the Get Hard seminar and webinar tonight. And we're gonna go ahead and start. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Hello, everyone. If you want to ask a question, just type it in the comment, and my team will let me know about it, and I will answer that at the end. um, those of you that are joining me live in the studio, that's awesome. Thank you. Let me get a drink of water here. Okay, let's rock and roll. I'll be. Okay. All right. So we're going to talk about transforming your sex life, the Get Hard System strategy to restore function in as little as 5 days, completely drug-free and non-surgical. So those of you that are joining me on TikTok or Instagram, you can't see the slides. You want to see the slide, go on YouTube so you can see the slide. My YouTube channel is Trung Rehabilitation Center, and you can see the slides. Okay, but you can get most of the information without the slides. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm Dr. Ann Trung. Why should you listen to me? I've been a medical doctor for 25 years. I've treated over 7,000 men with ED. I've been on national TV, on CNN and OANN. I speak on sexual health all over the world, and I teach doctors on sexual health. And in fact, in January of 2024, I'll be writing a chapter in a medical book on regenerative sexual health. This is along with writing with along with other professors from Harvard and Stanford and John Hopkins. So it's a big honor for me to be able to be asked to be a contributing author to this prestigious book. I'm also the best-selling author on Amazon on the erectile dysfunction fix as well. So my goal for this web class today, that the fastest and safest way for you to regain your sex life is through the 6 system reset. I'll tell you what that is. And the effective and natural way to repair your sex life is through my Get Hard system. So who is this for? This is for men who want to restore their sex life and for partner who wants to help their men restore their sex life. So you're asking, does it really work? Is it too good to be true? Can restore my sex life in as little as 5 days? Well, it has been for Blaine, and it has been for 7,000 men. Blaine is 50 years old. He's had PUD for a few years. He tried Cialis and Viagra. It didn't work well for them. And then he came to see me, and he got the treatment, and he said it was extraordinary, meaning a week later, after the treatment, the girth and the width and the height just grew, and it changed his life. He said, I highly recommend it. It's amazing. It's like I'm 20 again. Now, how does that sound? Would you want that to be you? Well, I want to have a disclaimer. This is for those that follow the protocol, that want to put in the work to restore their sex life. There are really no shortcuts. There's no sneaky or misleading methods at all. And that your ED didn't occur overnight. It took you years to have your ED. So it's going to take you some time to get results. And I want you to pay attention, turn off all distraction, close all your social media and your phone, get your pen and paper, take notes, and I will honor your time. And first of all, you are in the right place. All right. And I know you've been struggling with ED and it's not your fault. This is probably why, because you've been trying to do it the hard way, trying to figure it out yourself. It is a private matter. You try to Google and you try to read and research the best way you can. But there is a lot of misinformation out there. And then when you try to Google, you become prey to the online dispensary. And they tell you, take ED medicine. You do what your primary care doctor says. Here, take ED medicine, right? You tell them you have ED, and they don't even ask why you have ED. They just give you a medication. Um, and you tolerate, sometimes you take the medication, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. You tolerate the side effects, and then you try to pay for treatment or supplement that you find online and it didn't work at all. And then you end up wasting your time and your money. And I get it, you know. It's not your fault. It's a lot of misinformation. It can be confusing and misleading because you don't know what worked. You don't know what's real. And it's a private matter. And the internet is more discreet than going to see a doctor or maybe talking about it with your friend. And certainly, you're probably not even going to talk about it with your partner, right? And interestingly, everybody wants you to take a medication. Big Pharma wants you to take medication because Viagra is a $7 billion business. A B, not an M. It's a B, a $7 billion business. And then so it's penile replacement surgery. And if you fail medication, well, the next step is getting penile replacement surgery, right? And I'm sure some of you here have been told that you need that. I have seen many patients that were told that, and then we were able to restore their function again. And pharma and hospital don't want you to get better. They want you to get sicker and sicker so that way you can get the surgery. And I'm here to tell you you don't need to do that. There is a way. So before we do that, let's look at what does ED cost you? Decreased self-esteem and confidence, your relationship, the stress in your relationship, anxiety, depression, stress, frustration, anger, depression, also your health. Do you know that 60% of men with ED end up having a heart attack in 7 to 10 years? So, what is ED? ED is the persistent inability to achieve or maintain penile erection sufficient for satisfactory sexual performance. So my story is why I'm so passionate about restoring sexual function for men, because my husband, we've been married for 30 years and we have two lovely grown children. We're very proud of them. But a few years ago, he started having issues in the bedroom, and it wasn't something that he was proud of, and it was something that was causing strain on him, and I can tell that it was affecting him in every way. At that time, he was also taking some heart medication as well too. So it was mainly coming from the heart medication as well as the stress that he was undergoing. And because he was on heart medication, he couldn't take any type of ED medication. I didn't want him to take ED medication anyway. So it what became my mission to really dive into ED and try to figure out what is the cause of ED and how can I treat it without having to give him ED medication, because it was affecting our relationship, it was affecting our life, and it was affecting it from outside of the bedroom as well. So that, and I had experience with acupuncture, so I had learned about how the body heals and how it heals from within. And then at that time, luckily, I was had experience with using your own stem cells, such as platelet-rich plasma, to in order to help with pain in the joints. I was an interventional pain doctor, so I dive into what the root cause of ED was and find out that, ED is really a reflection of poor blood flow. Poor blood flow from the heart going to the penis, and that there are ways to restore this. And I started looking at it and saying, you know what? It's really healing from the inside out. And because I was already doing stem cell therapy, I had discovered a solution that can help him out of ED without using ED medication. And that's how I discovered the Get Her system, the six system reset that I'm going to be talking about today. It has worked for him, it has worked for um, my family members. It has worked for my patient. It has worked for the doctors that I had trained. And now we're 7,000 patients later. It will work for you, and it doesn't involve ED medication, and it doesn't involve surgery, but it does involve some work from you to restore function again. So I know when ED happened, you feel fear whether this is ED is going to be there for permanently, and whether it's going to be reversible. You feel like, what am I going to do with my life? You start feeling bad. You blame yourself, right? You blame yourself where you did something wrong, or do you deserve this? And sometimes you feel kind of ashamed because you're not able to please your partner. You're not able to perform like you used to. And then disbelief because you realize that, this can't be happening to me at this time. And a shock on top of that. And sometimes maybe you feel a little useless when you're hot and heavy with your partner, and nothing is going on, and you have to think of other ways to please your partner. And sometimes, you feel somewhat, alone as well. And I know that living with ED, you're not having morning wood, and you're not getting it up when your partner is trying her best. You feel guilty, you feel disappointed, you feel frustrated, and not getting it up. You're not getting it up and staying firm and staying up, and you feel frustrated in the heat of the moment. And what's more painful, you're looking at it while you should be having fun that night, right? And then you start losing confidence in your performance, start feeling anxious when you get together with your partner, or a new partner, whether it's going to work or not. Your relationship is getting strained. You're not talking to her, she's not talking to you. She doesn't want to hurt your feelings, and you don't want to hurt her feelings, and nobody talking to anybody, which is not good for her at all. And then you feel fear that perhaps your partner may not be interested in you anymore. And there's a possibility maybe, she may be looking elsewhere. And then you end up taking the medication. You end up having to deal with the side effects of the headache, the blue vision, the stomach upset, the nasal congestion. And then you try other treatment, and then it didn't work, and then you just become distrustful of anyone. I know, I get it. I treated over 7,000 men. I know how you feel. And I know living with you, ED, you're just not the man you used to be. And it's frustrating. But my promise to you is that with the Get Heart system, the six system reset, you will never feel fear again. You will feel love and hope. With the Get Heart system, you will never have low self confidence in your sexual performance. You will feel confident and relief. With the Get Hard system, you will never feel frustrated in the heat of the moment, whether it's going to be working or not, but you will feel confident and happy and satisfied that you have gained the sex life that you've always wanted. With the Get Hard system, you will never feel alone. You will never feel that you have to do it yourself. You will feel supported, safe, and be guided in a program that works. So, is what you now? I want to ask you this question: Is what you're doing right now for your ED, is it working? Ask me. I want to put that in the comment. Is it working or is it not working? And I know that you don't want to live with ED because you're doing the same thing you're doing now. You still continue to have ED. You're not. You're just going to be stagnant. But if you want to get better and live the life you want and go upward, the Get Heart system will get you there. Like Terrence, he said that he has problems getting and maintaining an erection. It caused problem in his relationship. After 1 to 2 weeks of treatment, he started noticing the difference. And guess what? His relationship improved. So at the end, I'm going to make you a very special offer that will give you everything you need to get your sex life back in as little as 5 days. Imagine what that will feel like to have your sex life back. There are 3 secrets of getting hard again. Secret number 1, I'm going to show you how to overcome ED. Secret number 2, how to gain confidence, performance confidence as little as 5 days. Secret number 3, how to be satisfied with your sex life. Secret number 1, how to overcome ED. You know that men in the US, they're between the age of 40 to 70, 50% of them have ED. And this was done by a study in 1994. That's like almost 30 years ago. All right, that's almost 30 years ago. And there were 30 million men living with ED at that time. Imagine what it is right now. I would suspect it's probably going to be 60 million by now because it's been 30 years and that's not accounting for COVID. So those that are on TikTok or Instagram, you can't see my slides. So the Get Heart system, I want to go over that and then I will answer some of your questions. So look at this picture. Both of these men, the guy on the right with the 8-pack and the guy on the left without the 8-pack, both of them have ED. So what you see doesn't necessarily mean what you're going to get. In fact, the guy with the 8-pack have worse ED than the guy on the left. So the truth is, your body wants to have an erection without ED pills. It does. It is wired for like that. It is wired for you to get an erection without pills. And you can restore your sex life even if ED pills do not work anymore. So when you try to put ED pill in your body, it is not natural. Remember that 90% cause of ED is physical due to poor blood flow from your heart to your penis. All right. And 10% is psychological, meaning depression, anxiety, trauma. Um, so most of the time is physical. And just know it's due to blood flow. Due to blood flow, meaning that you're not getting enough strong blood flow from your heart to the penis. And know that the largest sexual organ is the brain, not the penis. You gotta realize that you don't get a thing started in the brain, nothing's gonna go but below the belt. And that the easy and the most effective and fastest method to fix ED in the shortest amount of time is the Get Hard system. So what is the Get Hard system? TikTok, are you ready? The Get Hard system is the system that look at the 6 system that help you get an erection. In order for you to get an erection, and really for a man and a woman, uh, it has to involve your brain, has to involve your emotion that you're feeling at that time, has to involve the hormone that gets released from your brain, and then involving the nerve that is in the back of your brain to conduct all the way to the heart and the blood vessels. And then it goes to the penis muscle. So it starts in the brain and it goes down to the genital. And this is not just for men, it's also for women. So when you have ED, that means that one of the 6 system is not working well. There is imbalance in one of the 6 system. So when it has to occur in synchrony, and in order for you to restore your sex life again, you have to reset the 6 system again in order for it to start working in balance and in synchrony. So you have to reset it. You have to reset the whole 6 system. That's why ED is so common because there are so many steps that there are 6 steps that is involved in creating an erection. So what does the get hard system do? How does it work? The get hard system is a 6 system reset of resetting of the brain, the emotion, the hormones, the nerve, the blood vessels, and the penis muscle. And in order, and it treat the reason why it resets it so that way it treat the root cause of ED, which is poor blood flow. So if you reset it, and it's like pushing the reset button on the outlet, it resets it so that way it starts to work again. What does the get hard system do? It restored the 6 system to work again. It restored the brain, the emotion, the hormone, the nerve, and the blood vessels, and the muscle. The get hard system, it will give you the knowledge that you can do it. That's what it really end up giving you, that you can really perform when you need to, that you can please your partner, that you can feel the love of the intimacy. You don't have to be stressed out uh, um, if you're gonna have sex, and you're gonna have amazing sex, and you're gonna have orgasm again and ejaculation again, and you're going to have firm erection for intercourse and be able to maintain that erection to finish, be able to be spontaneous and having that morning wood or nighttime wood, and have the confidence to do it, to be the man you used to be, the protector. It's like Ned. Ned is 87 now. When I saw him, he was at 80. He wanted to have, he was a very active man. He loved, enjoyed sex. And he was dating a 78-year-old woman. And he said at 80, he wants to go on. He wants to do it as often as he can. And with the treatment that we give him, he's doing it 3 to 5 times a week with his 79-year-old girlfriend. Isn't that awesome? He's 80. And for Terry, he had ED for 5 years. And after the treatment, he said that he went from a total state of being devastated to being a state of being ecstatic. So it does work. And here are the proof that it does work. So can you see yourself like this? Um, Can you see yourself like this at this point? All right, I just got kicked out of TikTok again. Yeah, I hope am I still on TikTok? Can you check to see if I'm still live on TikTok? So isn't that awesome though? So secret number 2, how to gain performance confidence is as little as 5 days. Well, Viagra and Cialis are synthetic. It's not natural, which means that it do not belong in your erectile response. Because, all right, I'm still on TikTok. Thank you. Because when you have an erection, it involves your brain and and your sexual organs. It have to be relaxed. I don't want to say that word. I might get kicked out of TikTok again. But I'm still on Instagram. It looks like it. So your sexual organ and your brain has to be relaxed. So that means when you take Viagra, it does not help with the brain. It doesn't help with your libido or arousal. It doesn't help with your emotions at all. It doesn't help with depression or anxiety. It doesn't help you release more testosterone for your hormone. It doesn't help with your nerve to send messages to the heart. It certainly doesn't help with the blood vessels at all. The only thing that it helps with is with the penis muscle to relax the penis muscle. It doesn't increase your nitrous oxide. So when you're taking Viagra, it's like you're only targeting one system out of 6. That's why it doesn't work for long term. That's why it's a band-aid. That's why it doesn't work 100% of the time. So essentially, when you're taking Viagra, it's like you're giving your manhood away to ED medication. It works only 70% of the time. It does not increase your libido, like I say, and does not increase your blood flow. That's the reason why you have ED in the first place. And then you end up you end up getting a tolerance to the medication, and guess what? Your blood flow restriction is worse because you're ignoring the cause of why you have the ED. It's like you got to think about this. When you're taking Viagra, does your ED go away when you stop taking it? No, it doesn't it? You actually need it every time, right? So it becomes a band-aid. It becomes a crutch. And what I see, it even becomes an addiction for you. That every time that you in the bedroom, that you need it. So the easy way and the most effective and the fastest method to fix your ED in the shortest amount of time is to get heart system to sexual restoration and resetting the sixth system again and getting it to work. It's like pushing the reset button on the outlet in order for it to start working again and jump starting everything. All right, and here's Juan. Juan was not having morning wood, and he was telling me he's only like 40, and he was having some marital issues. And after the treatment, he said his erection now is amazing. He haven't had much like this since he was 25, and now he's almost 40. Now him and his wife are doing it every a day. In fact, the last time I saw him, he's very happy with his result. And this is Michael. Michael said, after the treatment, I am firm. I'm lasting longer, and my wife noticed the difference. I can last up to 20 minutes, and my sex life is a lot more satisfying. I'm very happy how my life is right now. So you gotta follow what worked, right? It makes sense. If you want to get result, you want to follow the framework or the path that people had got result before. So we had proven that the Get Hard system has helped over 7,000 men with ED. It has no side effects because we uses your own tissue, your own blood to help you. So, secret number three, how to feel satisfied with your performance. So, do you feel frustrated when you lose it during sex? Right? Now, ED is like a penis attack, right? A penis attack is like a heart attack. We know that when you have a heart attack, you have chest pain, and what do? You go to ER. You call 911. You go to ER. Why don't you do that when you have ED? The ED is the same thing because you're not getting enough blood flow to the penis. The penis is actually in trouble, right? It's not getting blood flow, so it's not being healthy. It's not able to expand. So you should be worried when you have ED, and you don't want to pop a pill. Would you take a Tylenol if you have chest pain? No, you wouldn't, right? So the point I'm trying to make is that ED is actually a warning sign that there is a blood flow problem, and that's how you need to take pause and find out what you need to do to treat the root cause and not cover it up with a medication. So that's the get hard system. It's to reset your sixth system so that way you can get your erection back again. The get hard system again, it involves the brain, the emotion, the hormone, the nerve, the blood vessels, and the muscle. And this is Bobby. Bobby said he's had ED for 3 years. He failed Viagra and Cialis, and with the treatment with the shockwave and the P shot. Him and his wife are very pleased with the result. All right, it's clear that the treatment was very effective, and after the first injection, he said that I was able to maintain erection and ejaculate. So the three secrets of getting hard again. Do you think this will work for you? Does it make sense? Now, remember, secret number one, how to overcome ED, reset the sixth system. Secret number two, how to gain performance and confidence little as 5 days. That's again, resetting the sixth system and treating the cause of the problem. And understand that Viagra and Cialis is not the solution. And how to feel satisfied with your performance is that to know that you are treating it naturally instead of with a medication. So let me ask you this question. You feel like this right now with all the information I've given you with the three secrets? Are you like blown away? Are you surprised? Are you like, oh God, are you overblown, or are you like, oh whatever? Well, I hope you feel like this. I hope you feel like a fire hose, like a water hose in front of your face, because it is true and it's real. Treating ED used to be hard, but not anymore because the sixth system to get hard works. And it is the new way, it's the better way. And because we treat the root cause of the problem and reset the sixth system, and just not your penis alone. The Get Hard system to sexual restoration again works, and it addresses the sixth system that I mentioned. And these are the treatment that is involved right here that I listed out. As you can see, every system is covered. All right. We measure, we don't guess, and we use validated research for the treatment to reset the sixth system. And with the Get Hard system, you can restore your sex life in as little as 5 days without medication. It has worked over 7,000 men with ED. And remember, you are wired to get an erection naturally. You just need to reset your body, your sixth system again. So who would this work for? It's work for you when you go soft in the middle of sex, or and when ED medication do not work anymore, or that you sometimes have trouble lasting long enough, right? Your erection doesn't feel as hard as it used to be. You can't you can't reach orgasm, or you sometimes have trouble getting an erection, or you have performance anxiety, you have premature, you have prostate surgery and have ED, or you have ED for decades. Look at Ed; he had ED for actually 2 decades, and yet you don't have morning wood anymore. So you want to feel confident, right? Without ED, you want to feel confident. You're gonna feel satisfied. You're gonna be happy, and or are you gonna be making excuses as to why you still have ED at this point? Or you want to be like this guy who's trying to navigate ED on his own, on trying to Google, trying to try this and that, and get frustrated when it works, and sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it works. Um, and I see this comment in the Facebook group. It says, anyone else basically give up on trying to fix their ED after finding nothing works for them? I've had ED for over 20 years now, and I'm at that point. Just wondering if I'm alone, or if there are others in my situation. How do you cope with it? How do you cope with having ED for 20 years? So stop chasing that shiny object, that magic pill, that cure all. It doesn't exist. It does not work. Trust me. When something is as important as your erection, you have to heal from the inside out. Can listen to James. James said, I've had ED for 15 years. I used Viagra and Cialis until it didn't work anymore. I tried everything out there. Nothing helped. I had a heart attack and then a stroke. I wish I found Dr. Trunk sooner. I could have avoided it. The stuff I learned with her, I wish I had known. I regret not seeing her sooner. Since I've been with Dr. Trunk, I have hope of getting my life back again. He was depressed when I saw him, and he was at his end. Was at his end, and now he's smiling. His outlook is vibrant now because he sees hope that he is able to get his life back again. And remember, when you have ED and you have a solution, you become a happy man. Because remember, there's always a plus one: your partner, your girlfriend, or somebody significant for you. It's not just you alone. And that when you don't have ED, you have less stress, less anxiety, less worry, which means more confidence. And in the end, it's all about relationship, right? Better relationship. So what would an ED free life mean for you? Tell me in the chat and in the comment. What would that mean for you at this moment if you have an ED free life? What would that mean for you? I would like to know. Not having to worry if you can get it up this time, right? Not having to take ED pills and be able to be spontaneous, get more sleep. What's one of my patients said? Feel less stress, less anxious, have more confidence, waking up in the morning with morning wood, be hard and desperate for the toilet in the morning, have passionate relationship, not be alone anymore, What would ED free life mean for you? Connection with your partner, with your family again, right? And having that passionate relationship or rekindling that relationship you had when you were younger with your wife. What would an ED free life mean for you at this moment? Think about that. How much is that worth to you? So the Get Hard system is the system that I will give you everything you need to get restored. It is the success path blueprint that's catered to your needs. Everyone is different. You don't have to figure it out by yourself anymore. It's been tested and proven in 7,000 men and on my husband. It is work in as little as 5 days. And you will be in a community supported with men that is going through the same recovery process, and you have to trust the protocol and you have to trust me. Imagine this. Just imagine feeling confident again, feeling happy again, feeling grateful for your life, for the relationship you have, feeling optimistic, feeling relief, feel like yourself again, like your younger version of yourself, your 30-year-old. And you can ask yourself, well, is this the right time for me to find it to try this Get Hard system with Dr. Trong? Well, when is the right time? How long do you want to suffer with your ED? What you're doing right now, is it working? Think about your relationship. Is it suffering? So you're thinking, well, ED medication's not working. Will the Get Hard system work? Yes, it does. We treated many, many, many men that have failed ED medication and they are able to restore function again. And you're thinking, well, I'm on multiple medication. I'm a diabetic. Will that work? Yes, it does. And the thing that we do is we also do a Doppler ultrasound. We look at your blood flow in your penis with ultrasound to assess the integrity of the blood flow. We also do blood work as well too. You may be thinking, well, I tried shockwave therapy. It didn't work. Will the guitar system work? Yes, it does. Because we are like a carpenter with multiple tools. All right. We just don't have one tool like a hammer. We have everything that would need to rebuild you again. So our approach is a six system approach. We have multiple treatment approaches to get you restored again. So it's a Get Hard system for you. I understand your hesitation because in the past you have tried things that it didn't work and it's unique. The Get Hard system is unique and it's natural. So your body will want that. Your body needs it. And we know that it's working 7,000 men who have found relief and confidence after trying it. So is it easy to get result? It's the solution that's designed to be user friendly. We simplify everything for you. So that way all you have to do is follow the step that need to be done. So is this the right time? Are you motivated? Well, just ask yourself, are you satisfied with your life right now? Are you living with ED? How long are you going to be suffering with ED? Do you want a better life? There is a way, and you have the power to change it. I don't want this to happen to you. This is a quote from a wife whose husband had ED. This is what she said. I feel like I'm stuck with being a roommate for the rest of my and my husband's life. He doesn't even want to try the new medication because it could have the same side effect. It's like he just gave up trying. We don't even make out or anything anymore. I'm sure he feels like why bother if it won't lead to intercourse. This is another statement from a wife with a man with ED. My relationship just ended because he just felt hopeless. Now that is sad. I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want you to have, be alone and your relationship ended because of ED. Because ED can be treated and it can even be prevented. So, what's stopping you? What are you afraid of? Because there is a solution. Well, will the Get Hard system work? Well, we know that it's worked over 7,000 plus men, even those that fail ED medication, even those with prostate cancer with the prostate removed and have ED, because we treat the cause of the problem, which is addressing the sick system and resetting it again to restore function. Is it worth it? Well, it's been rigorously tested. We've seen effectiveness and safety, and we use validated research. Now, you can try a cheaper alternative, right? But it may not be the same standard. Remember, you get what you paid for. You may end up paying more in the long run. I saw a patient Monday, and he came to see us, and about a year ago, he tried 15 shockwave. That's all they did. What they just gave him shockwave, and it didn't work. He spent $6,000 and ended up with zero result. He came to see us, and he's getting a lot. We are giving him focused shockwave, which are proven to be effective, and his own stem cell and supplement and other treatment and hormone to address the whole system again. And remember, this is an investment in your well-being for physical and emotional as well. And it's also addressing your self-esteem and your relationship and really your overall satisfaction. Can you really put a price on your happiness? And there are other payment options as well. Now we'll offer you a guarantee because trust is paramount. Our guarantee reflected our commitment to you and our confidence that our solution work. This is Tim. Tim tried the treatment with the Botox and the stem cell, and now he's getting morning erection every day. Tim is only 31, and he's in great shape, but he wasn't getting erection. He wasn't getting morning erection, and that was important to him. And now he's getting it every day, as opposed to pretty much never, and he's never been happier. So you have to try a new opportunity to get her system to get a different result, like our patient. So my mission is to create a sexual revolution. Are you in it with me? So that way men can gain sexual independence again without medication or surgery so that they and their partner can lead happy life. Yes, I've been there. I know as a partner with somebody that had easy, I know what it feels like. So my passion is to help a million men achieve what I've achieved for my husband and for 7,000 men so far. I also promise you a new opportunity, which is to get heart system to restore sexual restoration. So what you need is to get hard again and to be ED free again. Well, the Get Hard system, we address the brain and the emotion, all right, through an app that's called Health Fundamental. We address that through, and we give you every step that you need to do to restore the brain and the emotion again. We do blood work, which assess the whole sick system. We look at your hormones. If you're low in hormones, we supplement that. We do focus shockwave, which has been validated to research to help with ED. All right, the focus shockwave deliver energy to the penis to restore blood flow again. We use your own stem cell, which come from your blood, to restore blood vessel, to restore new cells in the penis. We use Botox. The Botox, what it does is that it relaxes the penis muscle, getting you ready to go to halfway to an erection. We also use supplement. The supplement will help again decrease inflammation and restore blood flow. We also suggest you use the penis pump, which is taking your penis to the gym. We give you the recipe for our fantastic Good Morning Wood, right? Where you have access to the Modern Man Club, which is my online coaching program to help men get out of ED naturally without medication. And how can I help you? I have set some time this week for my team to speak to you on how you can apply the Get Heart system to reset your sex life again. So why am I doing this? Because I want to help you out at ED because I know you've been misled, misinformed, and brainwashed to think that you need Viagra and Cialis in order for you to get your sex life in order. That is farthest from the truth. All right. And I know that you're suffering from living with ED because there is a solution out there, and there's a solution for you to be happy again. We can get you result fast in 5 days. You're going to get the exact strategy to make it happen. And if you want my help and we think it's a good fit, then I invite you to become one of our new patients that we take on. If we work together, we'll walk you through the program that is designed to get you a result in as little as 5 days. So who will you speak with? You will speak with my patient ambassador who understand our process, who's been in the process and know what you're going through every step of the way. So you can either do two options. Option one is do nothing. You keep doing the same thing you're doing. You're not going to get a result. If you keep doing the same thing you're doing, you don't expect something different. Live with ED, live with fear, frustration, confidence, stress, and perhaps being alone. Like Johnny. He tells me a heartbreaking story. He had prostate surgery. They removed his prostate, and because of that, he had ED. He tried to take Viagra and Cialis. It wasn't working. He's been married for many years. He couldn't have sex with his wife. His wife told him she went on vacation with a girlfriend, and she didn't come back home. She didn't even tell him that she was filing for divorce. He just got the paper arrive at his house for divorce. And now he's living by himself, living alone, living with ED. And we're helping him through this process at this point. Don't be like Johnny. You have the option number two, is to choose to work with a board certified medical doctor who's treated over 7,000 men with ED with success. All you have to do is follow the blueprint to sexual success, which we have laid out for you. So that way you can feel hopeful, happy, confident, relieved again, and never have to worry, and you can get it up this time. You deserve to live your best life and be happy again. There is a way. You deserve to be happy. There is a way. If you will you let ED dominate your life, or do you want to take charge of your life and live a happy life, an ED-free life? I invite you to go in your browser and type in www.edfix.club, edfix.club on your browser right now. There is a solution to get out of ED. It is one phone call away. I invite you to schedule a phone call with my team where we can discuss about how we can offer the plan to get you out of ED using the Get Hard system. For those of you that are on TikTok or Instagram, I know you don't see this, but you just go www.edfix.club, right, to schedule a discovery call with my team, and they can go walk you through the process and see if the Get Hard system is right for you. Or if you're on YouTube, there's a QR code on the screen there. And again, it's only one phone call away. Your ED-free life is one phone call away. You deserve to live more, love more, and be happy. You don't have to suffer with ED. There is an option. And I just feel that you guys been brainwashed to think that in order to get your sex life back, you have to take a medication. That is farthest from the truth. All right. So I will leave this on the screen. Again, it's edfix.club. And you can see that on there. There's a QR code. Again, type in www.edfix.club, not .com, .club. I want to make it so that it's easy to remember, and all the .com's been taken. So we decided to go with .club. But having said that, I feel that I would take a couple of questions, and I know it's Thursday night football. I honor your time. Maybe I'm thinking I should go and move this to Tuesday instead, so that way you don't have to decide between football or myself. But also, if you're listening to this and you're eating all the football food, go to one of my YouTube episode. I talked about how football is ruining your sex life because of the food that you normally eat for football. And so I have a question here. Um, uh, Testosterone. Um, the question is let me take this question. Franz, let's put the question from TikTok. The pump really works? All right. The penis pump actually does work. When you use the penis pump, it's like it creates a negative vacuum, and what it does is, can you put that question on the screen? It creates a negative vacuum, and it actually will create suction that will actually give you an erection. And the reason why it works really well is because it brings blood, all right, from your heart to the penis. It brings oxygen. Oxygen is life, right? So it rejuvenates the muscles of the penis again, but it also expand the muscle with the blood, so the muscle get to exercise. It's no different than going to the gym and trying to do a bicep press. Because when you go to the gym and try to do a bicep curl, you bring in blood to the muscle, and when you bring blood to the muscle, that muscle gets bigger, right? Well, it's the same thing. When you're using the penis pump, you're bringing oxygen to the muscle, you're expanding the muscle, and it actually helps with ED. You have to use it consistently, every day, or at least 5 times a week, and you pump it up or leave it for 10 minutes. And in fact, I have a YouTube video that discuss about why you use the pump and how to use it. And I even make a recommendation of the pump that I recommend on there with the link as well too. So you go on the YouTube channel. Um, to find out about that. So I'm a big proponent of penis pump, because I think that it is not just a sex toy. It is actually, I would say, exerciser that all men should use. It is not taboo. It is. It's a part of something you need to be thinking about, and it actually, you don't need to use it and you can use it, actually, I'm sorry, you can use it when you don't have ED, because if you don't have ED, it can make it bigger. It can also optimize and make you more firm, right? So yeah, it works for men with ED, but it also works for men that doesn't have ED that want to optimize. You should treat your penis the way you treat your teeth. Well, what do you do with your teeth? You go to the dentist. You brush your teeth every day, twice a day. You floss, right? Why do you do that? So that way you can have your teeth when you get older, you don't have decay. Well, the same thing with your penis. You should be taking care of it as your teeth. That's why. How do you take care of it? Use the pump, right? Exercise it. So that way it stays healthy. So that way the rest of your life it continues to work. Does it make sense? Right? Treat your penis like your teeth. That's my new line there, because when I say that, everybody get it, right? So the pump does work. The get hard system I talk about. And remember, testosterone is a hormone that men have. You cannot get it over the counter. You can't get it from Walgreens at all. It has to be prescribed by a medical doctor. In fact, I just did a YouTube episode on some supplements that are tainted with testosterone in it, that you don't even know you're taking. And it could be dangerous, because not everybody can take testosterone, because it does have side effects too. It increases your red blood cell. And if you're on certain medication, or if you have sleep apnea, um, that's not good. So, and then you're on certain medication and you can't take testosterone, or you have a bleeding disorder, you can't take testosterone either. So, be very careful what supplement you take, because some of the supplements are tainted. In fact, one of my YouTube episode, I believe is coming out this week, talk about the supplement that I also leave a link that you can go to find out what supplement is tainted. When I say tainted, it has Viagra or Cialis in it or testosterone in it. And those are prescription medicine. And the reason why they're prescription medicine, because a doctor have to evaluate you to see if you could have some possible side effects to the medication, because not all the medication is safe. You can take Viagra and Cialis, end up having a heart attack. I have seen patients die from taking Viagra, because Viagra can cause a low blood pressure, and then you would actually have pass out because you're not getting enough blood flow to there. So again, thank you for being with me tonight. Uh, your ED free life is only one phone call away. Can you put the website up again for the ED? So I want you to know that there is a solution. Thank you for joining me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. I am live everywhere. I am trying to create a sexual revolution, so that way men of all ages know that you don't have to live with ED and suffer. There is a solution. And sometimes it could be, as simple as changing your diet and exercising. And we are there to help you. Again, it's one phone call away, www.edfix.club. And having said that, I hope you guys have a great night and enjoy football. Take care.